Lottoriddles Intel Char Mace. This is the map of America. This is the map the whole world knows. We've been taught this for eons, for as long as we can remember. This is the map they taught us. Probably the most popular country in the world. People know what America is. This map right here does not exist. If you were to see the real map, you couldn't find this image. This image that's plastered everywhere. It's not correct, it's not accurate. This is a fake image. So how are they doing this? My theory is they're using portals. I know this. So many, the map is a conglomerate. This country is a conglomerate of many nations' lands. They're just connected by portals, by wormholes, like a puzzle piece. If you can imagine a country taking a spot of their land, decorating it, making it like a set, and then they put fast travel points all around it. And then they all participate in this scam. This is why so many countries get so much money from America, because they own it. A part of their country is playing a role in this scam. So say you have a house in France and you have a friend in South Africa, and then you have a friend in Australia. Y'all got this great idea that you're gonna decorate your backyard, and you're gonna raise the fences really high so nobody can see inside. And then what you do is you just connect your backyards by a portal. So you got the backyard furthest to the left. In the middle is your South African friend, and on the far end, their portal connects to the right, which is Sydney, Australia. Well, you can draw a map of 3 backyards, and the map would be respective to the portals. That's all they're doing. They're uniting parts of their countries by portals. Of course, they have the holographic technology to help hide it, but they're using portals. So it's a bunch of nations with their sets united in the scam, in the lie. You need to know this. You need to know this. You need to know the land you are, where it really is, because the portals are coming down within the decade. And it's 2025 as I'm saying this. Within the decade, the portals will come down. So when they come down and this scam falls, you need to be in a safe place. This is I want to say the final warning I can give. You need to be in a safe place when these portals fall. And for the most part, the safest places are on the West Coast. All right. With the exception of Los Angeles and San Diego, you're going to want to be on the west side of this map, because this can be very scary to a lot of people. We're talking, when these portals fall, it will feel like the world has transformed. I can hear it now. The screaming, the panicking, what's happening to the world is transforming. All right. So we're going to get into something really deep so you won't get caught off guard by this lie. When those portals fall, you want to be somewhere safe. Ooh, at least I wasn't on the other side. So let's get into this a little more.
Lottoriddles Intel. We intelling on them. They didn't think I knew that, did they? We intelling on them.
That's literally all they're doing. They hid that secret for so long. So we're entering the death of fake America, the fake North America, all of these portal shortcuts and wormhole, this, all of that. Look, it's over. And so when this falls, because they're likely not to tell you when, you don't want it to affect you that much. That's all. We are here to explain this theory. I threw something together. I'm still, working with Forge. I'd be too busy, honestly. But this is the concept I wanted to bring. When you think of the countries they've taught you, the map they've taught you, you always think of big lands. When we think of, the world as a whole, we think of big continents. When the truth of the matter is, lands are made of islands. It's a bunch of islands all around the world. So the technology they use to hide this is portals. This is my big portal, and you can't see right here. This is my big portal right here. And so this is the thing that's hidden. This is the secret. They connect the worlds with portals. Things are actually islands, not big massive lands. So say you're in America and you're doing a cross-country tour or something, doing a road trip. You're just going through a lot of portals, jumping from island to island. Now let me set this up. We're gonna call this Teletubby City right here. It's a little hill. This is my little indicator right here. This is actually this up here. It's a mini replica. So, let's work with it. It's close enough, right? This is the island, right? This is Teletubby City, what I got down here. But this is its like true form, right? So in the map, they have a bunch of islands. How do they connect these islands? Well, they got a portal you can't see. This portal can be, we can say this portal can be 50 miles in diameter. That's how big these are. You're not gonna see it. You can, I think there's a gadget you can use where you can detect the atmospheric energy, because that'll give it away. But yeah, these portals can be huge to the point where they cover entire cities. So when they went, say, sailing and discovering islands, all they did was use a portal or a wormhole to connect it to their home. So this right here appears, as you can see, you don't even see the water that's around the island because the portal has covered it up. That's the secret. Got me? So a lot of people are living on islands. They don't know they're surrounded by water. Okay. So this is Teletubby City. It's connected to, we're gonna call this Bikini Mountain. Bikini Mountain. This is Bikini Mountain, right? Okay. So this is the miniature replica. This is actually how Bikini Mountain looks. It's surrounded by water. It's an island just like all of the islands. This portal right here, which is a mini replica of this portal, is connecting them to make it seem like their lands connected together. When this island, Teletubby City, and Bikini Mountain, they can be halfway across the world. These things can be 10,000 miles apart. This portal is going to make them look like they are together. And of course, as you can see, this is my sky. They use a lot of CERN technology like cloaking and holographic technology to emulate this sky right here. So that's fake. They basically built the stage and put you in it. So what happened is, let me go ahead and explain this. When they talk about the early settlers and they found a new land to, I tried to replicate this. All right, when they talk about the early settlers, they found good water, or it had good grassland. They talk about the reasons they decided to settle in a specific place. Most of those are lies. So say Teletubby City is where they live. They like areas with sacred beacons. You're gonna hear me talk about this a lot because this is what it's all about. Sacred beacons, monoliths, relics, artifacts. This is what controls the world. This is what they use to control the world. So you may have, hint, hint, a place with a big pyramid or something. It may be hiding a relic. So this mountain has sacred technology. You go up to this stone. If you're able to see it, you can see this thing right here. So this is like some science fiction, fantasy stuff, literally. Most people, they're not going to be able to see anything when they come to this stone. They ain't like to control it. But some people can see this. If you can access this in this relic, you can go back here and basically rig the world with the panels. This is their secret. Everybody needs to know this because this is what's keeping them down. If you ever felt like there was some energy stopping you from winning in life, they're probably messing with this to keep competition down. So these relics are gateways to controlling the world. It's just got to be in good hands because good people would do it right. That's the secret of the world. So there are certain places around the world that hide these. Not hide them. There's certain places in the world that have sacred technology, like here, Bikini Mountain. So if they're over here, 10,000 miles away, halfway across the world, they're going to say, we want that technology. We want to access this and rule the world. So what they're going to do is they're going to use technology. Once they've discovered Bikini Mountain, they're going to use this technology to connect the two lands together. These two lands that are halfway across the world, or say 10,000 miles away distance, you can make them seem like they're together with this portal. Got me? So now they can, Teletubby City, they can access this technology at will because it appears to be one big city. That's the secret. Got me? Wherever you are, you're actually living on an island. Island is the true form. This is how land really looks. So when people want to go to Bikini Mountain to visit, they know Bikini. They want to see, say, the famous pyramid or the stone. They don't know it's a monolith of power, but they want to see the famous stone or they want to see the famous pyramid. So they take a flight to Teletubby City because they know Mount Bikini is in Teletubby City. And what they do, they land on a plane and they drive on up to the mountain. Oh, they take pictures, selfies, all of this, and they go see the ancient. Now they can't see that panel, but they go see the ancient rock like Stonehenge. And they take pictures and oh my God, it's so amazing. And they go back home. Little do they know, these things are not near at all. And the secret is, again, these evil powers that be, they connected them by portal so that they can get to that technology. Okay, so another thing we need to know is we need to know that the airports are scamming you. Okay, so since they're hiding this secret of portals, a place can be right next door. Let me give an example. A place can be right next door, right? What's a great example? Say these are right next door to each other. These can be right next door. Well, on the map, they hide it. So if you take down a portal, that's a bad example. Basically, you can take down a portal and be right next to a place. All right. For instance, these are bad examples. Let me say. My theory is Detroit and Los Angeles are very close to each other. You wouldn't notice it because they've hidden it by the portals. All right. So once you take this portal down, what is this actually close to? Well, say this place back here. We'll just use this place back here. Once you take this portal down, you'll notice that this is actually close to this when they have you buying a $2,000 ticket thinking this is way across the world. You see what I'm saying? Look at this sign right here. It's kind of blocking it, if you can imagine. It's blocking. Let's go. Let's see. Yeah. All right, get back in the limits. This is blocking you from seeing that. You don't know that's right there. That's a famous city too. All right. Once this portal comes down and you realize that Bikini Mountain is not near you, then you realize from here you've been traveling or taking a flight all the way over here that's 5,000 miles away or something, and you realize, wait a minute, it's just right here. So basically the airlines can play to the portal and say, well, this is far, far away, so you're going to need a big ticket to get here. The top airline execs know this. Make no mistake. Don't fall for their whatever they may say. They know this already. All right. So little do you know, Paris is actually near Los Angeles. So if they've been killing you on that flight ticket, know that they aren't far away from each other at all. You can get to those two quick. Imagine Paris and LA being that close because they have these portals up. Okay. They also use technology like almost like holographic technology to hide the place. They use weather modification to make it seem like it's far away. So a place that's within miles of each other can have a completely different like climate. It's portals. So from my studies, my decoding, let's say Italy, Washington, D.C. is actually located in Italy with this puzzle piece theory I have. So when you go to Washington Monument, Capitol Hill, that's all actually Italy. America does not exist. It's a scam. It's a puzzle piece concept that's made up by the portals. So how they have the portals designed is how they would have the map look. It's respective to the portals. Washington, D.C., and you see how they call it like it's not even a state or something or a city. It's like its own republic thing. It's in Italy, so is Los Angeles. What else? London. Oh, I went real deep in that. Oh God, because I was doing my Mushroom Kingdom theory. London, if I'm not mistaken, is actually located in Japan. So they basically took a concept. Say you in your backyard. You decorate your backyard to look like something completely different. And then you can connect it to the neighbor's backyard. But if somebody grew up in the backyard, they don't know what the house looked like. They've been in the backyard the whole time. They have us living in a set. Let me tell you a good movie to watch. Watch a movie called Spiderman Far From Home. That movie's done. It shows this completely. Especially when there's a scene, not to spoil anything, there's a scene when Spider-Man hands Mysterio the glasses in a bar. And then once Mysterio tricks him, he turns off, like the cloaking. Because it was cloaked the whole time. So they use cloaking devices, cloaking drones, and portals to make this play. America does not exist. There's many lands that have a set built to connect these scam nations. That's why I call it puzzle piece. It's just respective to the portals. If you look at Chicago is actually located in China, and it's in the name. If you look at Chicago, I think in Japanese it's called Chugoku, and in Chinese it's Zhongguo. They love that go. All you gotta do is flip that C, that second C, and you'll see China go. All right. When you're in Chicago, you're actually in China. It's located in China. I'm gonna keep drilling this in. America does not exist at all. It's not. If you looked at the real map, you would not see America, the states that we know it. No, there's just a bunch of islands scattered around the world that they put together with portals. I'm gonna keep trying to drive that point home. So a lot of places are connected. Nearly your entire west coast of the US is stolen. It's sacred land that's been stolen. The west coast, the place I want you to go to, has a bunch of beacons, bunch of relics and beacons, and they stole it. And they just made it appear like it's a regular country. That's all they did was steal technology. So for my Disease X zombie theory, I'm trying to get you to move to safe areas, usually these safe areas are the sacred ones. Not all of the time, because both Detroit and Los Angeles are sacred lands, but they've been beat beyond repair. So safe areas in general, I want you to go to. It doesn't have to be a sacred land. Go to safe areas. Los Angeles, Southern Cal, that San Diego area, sacred land. That's why they're there. You want to know why Los Angeles is such a big city in America? They're messing with the relics. All right. Now, yeah, they beat that place down. They beat it down. New York is so big because they have the CERN artifact. This is why your cities are there. You see what I'm saying? So for the most part, the West Coast, it's full of sacred places and it's connected by portals. They should be safe because this over here during the zombie apocalypse, when people start biting each other and turning, you're going to want to be here. This is your safe area. All right. You're going to want to be near this sacred monolith. These panels are going to protect you. You don't want to be in Teletubby City. So I'm telling you to get to a safe place because this portal is coming down. These portals are going to be turned off. Okay? When this portal comes down and you are over here, game, set, match. It's over. Likely, very likely. Because not only is this place going to get, Not only is this place going to get mauled by zombies, first of all, people are going to be panicking because they're going to be like, what happened to the world? They're going to see this island and they're going to be like, what the heck? It's the mountain. They were never there. Then it's going to be a zombie fest. Yeah, this is worse than the movies. And after that, it goes into an ice age. All right? Ice age. This place gets frozen. That's how the zombie thing will go away. If you're over here, your lineage gets to live. You're going to say, thank God we were over here and not over there. Because when this portal comes down, you have turned off the zombies basically. Now everybody on that side is getting mauled. And I'm not trying to joke about that. But this is why you want to get to a safe place, because when that portal go down, it basically closes the door to the zombie infested places. All right. So you escape that hell and you get to chill and take what's left of humanity and rebuild. This is where humanity gets to continue. All right. People who are located in the safe areas get to keep going in life, so to speak. So know that they are hiding these portals in a lot of places, especially regional. Regional, they are definitely separated from each other and they're split up. This can be tough to hear because it keeps reiterating that, we've been living a lie and they have us living in a set like a lab rat experiment. Well, don't worry. Some of those people, and I say people with an asterisk, some of them will die forever. And some of them, they're going into 900 plus year white noise sleep. All of the damage they've done, they're going to pay for it. They're not getting away with any of this. All right. So the culprits of this, they're going to get handled. So if you were able to fathom the karma, the atonement they have to go through, you might almost feel sorry for them, which you shouldn't. but it's as worse as it sounds. They will be conscious through those 900 years of suspension, void. But yeah, this is what I wanted to touch on, so people can at least get a concept of what the real world is like. It is islands around the world connected like puzzle pieces by portals, and they draw the map respective to the portal. They can't have you knowing what the real place looked like. You may just take their power away, their evil power. So wormhole, I was trying to think about how I was going to come up with this concept. I knew I was going to do it in Forge, but I was like, how can I get it? Sonic Crossworlds came out right on time, like perfectly. And so when these portals come down, you're going to see a lot of cities from all around the world very near to each other. You're going to see, well, LA and Detroit, something's going to happen to them. So you might not see them, but you'll realize an Italian city is located next to a Mexican city or something. You see what I'm saying? You're going to realize certain places were connected, and they all have completely different cultures because people grow up with respects to the portal. If you right here, and this place right here, Bikini Mountain is right here, for centuries, they're going to share the same culture. When what appears to be way back here, this place has a completely different culture. Well, when that portal goes down and this place is no longer here, this place and this place are right next to each other with a completely different culture, although they are together. You know, culture is just going to respect the portals as well. So I hope people get a better idea of why I'm telling them to leave if they're in a bad area. Your agencies aren't going to tell you this. Your agencies, for the most part, they are evil. They're not going to tell you this. They're going to keep this secret and keep this secret and keep this secret. And a lot of people will die. This is an extinction event. There's no saving a lot of people. So many people will die. We're trying to save as many as we can. But a lot of people will realize this too late. And they're going to go through panic attacks to psychosis to this. This is going to be one of the worst events of their life. You want to make sure you're a person who doesn't get caught up in this mess. All right. They are not going to tell you. They're going to ignore. They're going to act like they don't hear any of this. They're going to stall, and they're going to try to make sure you don't know about this. They're not going to listen. I was watching this show called Last of Us. Last of Us. I love the game, so I watched the show. And the first episode, nobody knew what was going on. All of a sudden, you had fighter jets flying over. All in that day, they found out what was going on, and it was too late for a lot of them. They found out what went on that day. I'm not trying to spoil anything, but just as an example, some people, this is going to be too heavy to hide, but for the most part, they don't want you having the time to get ready and prepare and make a move if you need to. All right. So get on the right or correct side of these portals so that you can dodge this next attack. If you can survive this next attack, this is their last attack, then you can live in peace one day, because it'll be finally over. All of this mess, this constant hell, these wars, these government shutdowns, everything they sending us through, all of this weather warfare, it's going to end after this. You got to survive this apocalypse they're setting up, and then you get to live in peace. We'll be a mourning world, and we'll have to recover, but at least you get to live and move on in life. So that's what you want to be. It's just that serious. It's really just that serious. Unfortunately, I don't know. Sometimes I be thinking, how did I incarnate in this mess? It's truly mess. But get ready to see islands. That's the natural look. If you notice some islands in the world, they are the real smaller islands. Think of like a Hawaii or something. You don't see those portals. It's like they're allowed to be islands because they're too small. You need a landmass big enough where you can hide it with the portal. It'll be hard to hide some stuff. I mean, you can still, but some islands are really small. I don't think they really mess with those. But these big lands, oh no, they hide that. Don't worry, you can't see this. This is far in the sky, to the point where even airplanes, many airplanes have to fly under this. So when they have limits, which they lie, I found out recently, they lie about the altitudes. When they have them set at a certain altitude, they have them set to where they still fly in the portals, to keep them, basically, to keep the lie a secret. So they'll fast travel and all of that. So theoretically speaking, if you fly above this, you could dodge the fast travel. If you take off from Teletubby City and you fly over this portal, then you'll actually go over here and realize this was next to you the whole time. That's how it works. That secret had to come out. They can be mad all they want. Their time is up. It is what it is. It's time to know what real life is about. They finna kill off humanity. Well, they're trying to, at least. But yeah, just think about that. Let that, talk to your soul. Let that linger a little bit. You'd be surprised.